I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy, 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 boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here. For the day done, you are gonna love over yourself.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Manning's Man. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is doing fine. It is a great day to be alive. We have life today, and so we are grateful and we have abundant life, right? It is the beginning of a new year. This is the 6th of January, right? And we are alive. We made it through 2024, and we are still in our right faculties in 2025. That is the goodness of God. And so for that, we are absolutely grateful. I want to thank you again and again for a good year in 2024. And we hope we will have a better time in 2025. And I want to just encourage you as we begin this new year with a little quote. It says, you can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. That's my word for you today. You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your day. You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. That's my encouragement for you. And I'm going to do that as often as I can. Just give you just a little, quote to encourage you one, and then I'm going to find some words. Sorry about that. My apologies. My apologies. I just turned off everything by error. So, what is the word? You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. All right. My apologies. Just turned off, shut down the whole equipment. So every every day that I'm on, I'm going to, as best as I can, give you a quote. And if you have a quote that you'd like me to share with the rest of viewers and subscribers of I Am Sure Sports, you can just send it me via WhatsApp and I'll gladly put it out. All right. So, what is the word that I want to speak to you? It's the word consistency. 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 Consistency is crucial when you're building a new skill. Without practicing every day, you will not grow and learn. You must commit to doing it every day. Remember, consistency is key. Consistency is key. Keep on improving yourself. Keep on working at it. And if you keep on doing that, you know, at some point, I believe you will see some success. As usual, once you come on, I ask you to do the regular things, which is to hit the like button, subscribe, and share if you have not done so yet. All right, make sure you do that. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share the content. All right. Today, we're going to talk about the U17 team and how you can again partner with them. We're going to talk about the goal scoring record of Mount Pleasant in the JPL. We're also going to touch a little bit on the EPL, just some dubious decisions in the EPL over the weekend. Talk about our own reggae boy, Leon Bailey, who scored the winner for Aston Villa. There's some controversy in that game. We look at the Liverpool versus Manchester United game, and some say a controversial decision in the Arsenal versus let me give you their name, the Arsenal versus Brighton game, where quite conspicuous penalty was given by Anthony Taylor. We're also going to talk about this, and I want you to begin to gather your thoughts. In Jamaica's football, when you look at players who spent their time in Jamaica and moved overseas to play at the highest level, you have names like the Claude Davis, Ian Pepe Goodison. We're talking those who went into England and played. You have the likes of Ricardo Fuller, Ricardo Gardner, Leon Bailey is the next one. Rudolph Austin is the next one. Dane Richards, Donovan Ricketts, several. Omar Daly. So we have had quite a few and more. I'm talking about those who were born in Jamaica and actually had an opportunity to go and ply their trade at some point of their career in England. All right. So we're going to discuss some of that because I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about who is the best talent in terms of when you look at the years spent playing at the highest level, impacting the club that they were at and impacting their national team. Who is that player? All right. And they believe that Ricardo Gardner stands above them all. In this particular category, Ricardo Gardner is number one. Some people say, well, look at Leon Bailey. He is number one. Some people say, look at Rudolph Austin and what he did at Leeds. He's number one. I want you, when we get to that point, to call in and give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. Right? Yeah. Give me your thoughts, what you believe, who you believe is the one that for you kind of, yeah, really, really stood out. Yep. Well, if you have players that you believe played in other parts of the world, Gunners Boss, welcome. Let me just welcome all of you who are here making comments. Big up Corey Burke. Big up yourself, one Buju Burke. All right, enjoying the holidays in Jamaica with family and thing, getting ready for the next big move in terms of his footballing career. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, man, he said get Sheldon York. The under 17 is actually in Mexico in a preparation tournament. Sheldon York is one of the best young goalkeepers over there in St. Catherine. I think he was even voted as the goalkeeper of the year in that parish. I think he keeps a Jonathan Grant as well in schoolboy football. Young under 16 goalkeeper playing in the major leagues in St. Catherine. So remember that name. All right. Big up Triple E. I also see Chorus here as well. Who again is here? Drew, bless up yourself every time, my brother. Blessings to you every time. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah. One umbrella. Bless up every time, you know. Continue to do your good work, my boss. John Barnes was born in Jamaica and he did very well overseas. True, there was John Barnes, but John Barnes was not like Raheem Sterling. I don't think we can give credit to Jamaica's football for the development of Raheem Sterling or John Barnes or Daniel Johnson. Those three were actually born in Jamaica, but they spent their formative years in the United Kingdom, where they went through the academy system there, and that's where they were developed. So I would not include them on this list. And they, John Barnes and Raheem Sterling has not represented Jamaica. I did say that as well about representing club and country. All right. So that is it. So if you have not played a game for Jamaica, you could not be included because you're not a Jamaica national, right? I'm talking about national footballer. So that's the emphasis of the discussion. I'm trying to create parameters so we can have a very centered and focused discussion. All right. So, but let me get to the U17. So the Jamaica U17 team, and for those of you who want to know, they play today. In fact, the U17, they play a Southern Championship team, a Southern Championship team. So there's a team from the south part of Mexico, the southern region of Mexico, that's like under 19, that is in this competition, and the Jamaica young U17 team will be going up against them today, right? Yeah. So they'll be playing them today. So I have a link. I have a link for the game. Right. So at the end of the stream, I'm going to pin the link in the comment section so that you can get the game and I suppose share it with others. All right. So the game, I believe it begins at 1:30 Jamaican time. I'm going to get the correct time for you. Yeah. Yes, Triple E. A person who played in Jamaica. At least they played some football in Jamaica. Right? All right. All right, Triple E. So if they played in Jamaica, because they could have developed in Jamaica and also developed part of their development overseas, like a Leon Bailey who was in Europe. But you'd say that Jamaica, he part of his formative years he spent in Jamaica, just like uh Jermaine Johnson and Luton Shelton, Ricardo Fuller, um, Donald Stewart, Dean Richards, Claude Davis, uh, Theodore Whitmore, Ian Pepe Goodison, Walter Boyd, and all of those players. All right. So please, at the 30-minute mark, you can call in. So the U17, they're very, very difficult. The altitude is a major problem where they're at right now. They're battling high altitude over there. They will be facing some high altitude situation when they get to the official tournament, right? There will be the issue of altitude as well. So it is good preparation, but I am telling you, it is very, very difficult, very difficult. And yeah, the team were hoping that they can cope with it. They're also playing an older age group, right? They're playing an older age group. I think their game is the final game of the day. So they are playing I think match 4, and it's 12:30. 12:30 in Mexico. I think that's 1:30 here. All right. Let me make sure I get my bearings right where that is concerned. What is the time in Mexico right now? In that part of Mexico, I think so it's 10:50. Okay, all right, right. So 1:30 Jamaica, 12:30 in Mexico. All right, we get that. So that is the time. So at the end, the video will not be long. So at the end of the video, so this video by around a next hour will be done. So you can take a break, right? You can take a break from the platform and then watch the game at 1:30. And the link that I'm going to pin for you close to the ending, right? So yeah, so it's very tough for them. Again, they are playing an older age group. The other thing is that normally for these tournaments, you need like oxygen tanks, especially if your players are not used to this. So I know that they are trying to find a way of getting an oxygen tank just in case. Yeah. The players battle, especially the ones who are coming out of Jamaica. You have like the Mount Pleasant players, Owen Jump and Nolan and Earl from Mount Pleasant. You also have the Glenmore goalkeeper, the Stets goalkeeper. They are part of that team. The Manny's goalkeeper as well is one of the players who is a part of that team. You have the Excelsior player, you have the JC players, the KC players. So there's a lot of players who are from Jamaica who have gone, and we just figure that the altitude will play a part. So when you're watching the game, you have to watch it in that context, because I know we can be very, very, very critical and say the players are not good. But remember, this is high altitude, and it's not like they have been in Mexico on a long camp to get acclimatized. They have not. They arrived not even 48 hours, and they're about to get engaged in a game. They had a light session yesterday, and some of them were struggling. And part of also one of the issues with this U17 is that, I must say this, and this is what I know, that a lot of the persons who are involved in it, a lot of the preparation that has gone on has been funded by them either directly or indirectly seeking sponsorship. So a lot of the resources that they have spent to kind of have this almost a year and 6 months of preparation didn't directly come from the federation. All right, a lot of the resources were them seeking funding from people to pump into the team so the team can be properly prepared. Of course, you can understand that the federation would probably not be in a position to spend 16 months of monies to prepare a team, under 17 team. So these men involved and the parents as well have invested in this. They still need more resources. And so they have a number, they have a Zelle. And we have done this a couple of times. And you can send $20, $50, $100 to help, to contribute to the process, right? So and sometimes we criticize the football and sometimes we are very negative. But let's start this year right. Where you can give to something, go ahead. I see a lot of you when I'm doing my um Christmas stuff. You give without even me asking. You contribute to that. So I know that, but it's the same people. It's the same people every year that normally supports these ventures. And there are more of you who are football fans. You love the football. You like what is happening and stuff. And these men are investing their monies into this. So it means that they are not doing this because they want your resources to use for their own personal benefit. But you can tell that the travels that this team have had, that it is intense preparation that demands a lot of salary, a lot of monies. And so you can give towards that effort. All right. Like I said, they are in Mexico in this tournament. It's also a next part of the preparation. And then the official tournament that they will participating in, it will be in Guatemala. And that begins at the beginning of the month of February. So what will happen is that after this Mexico tournament, they will name their final squad. And that squad will be assembled in Jamaica for their final preparation. You see that? Before they head off to the tournament. This under 17 has been a part of my whole heart because I remember the first time we kind of brainstorm this integration between the diaspora in the States in particular and those in Jamaica and started having those camps. I remember Jason Ferron was one of the persons who was there. Actually, Carl Wallace, who was Kyle's father, was there. Dre Anyweather Sports was also one of those persons. Mark was there because he brought his son also to those early camps. And I'll tell you, like Mark has a son who is a very good center back, very good center back. But though he's in the provisional, he didn't make the final squad. And sometimes parents get upset if their kids and they come out and they blame the system. Listen, if you know Mark, you know him, you see him on this platform. This man is a good man. His son, good center back. He didn't make the final cut and he never yeah, acted in any way, right, to suggest that he was upset that his son wasn't part of the final cut. And that is what you want, because oftentimes when our kids don't make it, we come out and speak all kind of things like, our kids and are the gods of football and they're the savior of the nation and the world when it comes on to football. It is not so. I hope you have watched the movie, uh the beautiful game with this former West Ham player who was scouted by one of the biggest scouts in England. And he got there at West Ham, was doing well. They thought he was the best thing at age 12 and 13. And by the time he gets to 17, his name is Vinnie Walker is his name. You should watch it. Good story to watch, right? He was basically told that he was not good. It devastated him because he thought he was like the best thing ever. Kind of gave up on football, started living on the street. Just giving you a synopsis of the movie. And ended up playing in what they call the Homeless World Cup. I don't know if you know that there's a World Cup of football for homeless people. Like I think it's 5-a-side, right? Where so many nations participate, but to play in that tournament, you have to be homeless. I don't know if Jamaica's ever tried to do that. We are so full of pride because even the homeless in Jamaica will tell you that they are not homeless. And this guy played in the Homeless World Cup, who was a former West Ham player. Awesome story. You should watch it. So the point I'm making is that don't think too highly of yourself than you ought to. Think of yourself with sober judgment, right? Because there's always a faster car. There's always a richer person. There's always a better player. There's always a better YouTuber or a vlogger than you are. And so while we must have confidence in who we are as people, we must also be mindful that we're not overestimating who we are as individuals. All right. Remember, Tapa represented Jamaica at the highest level with 2 World Cup goals under his belt, Gunner's boss. All right. And then Rob Smith says, the list starts and ends with Lee and Bill. Anyone says anything just watching too many social media. All right, Rob Smith, I'd love for you to call and explain this because I disagree with you right there. I disagree with you. All right. I disagree with you, Rob Smith. So, all right. No. Let me just give you this. Yesterday, Mount Pleasant, they defeated, oh my Lord, Don't be Holden by 4-0. All right? 4-0. They defeated Don't be Holden. All right, let me give you the results of the JPL games yesterday. Mullines United 3, Harborview 1. Again, this young player who just came out of McGrath, he scored one of the goals. He's a very good player. People watch him. I hear that he's very young. He's like 16 or 17 years old. So he can play schoolboy football again. Davis is his name. Very good young footballer. I think, like I said, I believe he's one of the good ones who have come out of this whole school system, right? And they had 2 by Peter McGregor, who was a former McGrath player as well, who was also coached by Jeremy, the new coach down there at Mullines. So Mullines finding some form. Float management, blessings to you every time. Happy New Year, my boss. Ishmael, don't know. Kingston 8. You understand me? One white out. You understand me? No night star. That's how we stay. All right, big up yourself, Ishi King. All right. Arnett Gardens 2, Racing United 0. As the cavalry has arrived, the results are changing. So in the Clarendon Derby, Veer United with new assistant coach Donovan Loftus and Craig Butler, as Lenny Hyde, I understand, wasn't doing so well, so he wasn't so active on the bench, defeated Humble Lion, the Donovan Ducky coach Humble Lion team, by 1-0. Rabina Garden scoring a beautiful header, very good young player as well, beautiful header to give them that 1-0 lead. Mount Pleasant, 4 different goal scorers as they defeated Don't be Holden FC by 4-0. And Mobile United, they are on fire. Can I tell you? Mobile United on fire defeated Chapelton Maroons by 2-1. All right. Now, I believe that Mount Pleasant for this season will end up scoring 100 goals in the Premier League. Oh, that! Jesus, peace. Dakers. One white. Kingston 8. Whitehall Avenue, man. On the banks. Bless up every time, Happy New Year, my boss. Ishi. You see Dwight? You see Ishi? Yeah, man. One link every time, man. Ishi. Where my food is? Send my food the link to, You understand me? One Ishi. All right. Big up, Wiggy. Bless up yourself. We know. All right. Yeah, man. So, Mount Pleasant are on track to score 100 goals this season, which would be a record in the JPL. Yeah, man, would be a record. They are on 37 goals right now. 37 goals. All right. And when you check like the playoffs that they're going to go into, which I think they go all the way to the finals, I see where if they continue scoring at this pace, they are going to score 100 goals. I am telling you. Right now they are leading the goal scoring chart. They have scored 10 goals more than the closest rival in terms of goal score. And that is Cavaliers with 27. The firepower at Mount Pleasant is tremendous. Listen, they have been playing without Alex Marshall, who is a creative player. All right? Right? So watch this now. So 37. All right? If you look at it, how many games have been played? All right? Let me tell you how many games have been played. 16 games. So right? So they have an next 16. That's like 74 if they keep up. And I believe now that they're finding their form, more players are coming back, they are going to score way more goals. They only lost one game in the first round, right? And that game that they lost was to Dumby Holland, who they defeated. All right, and they drew 4 games. So they generally score. I mean, they have scored in almost every single game that they have played in. So there's an expectation. And here's a good thing with this team. When they play the bad teams, they score a lot of goals. So they have Edwards, who is scoring, Rhyme Edwards. Shaquille Bradford is scoring goals. Kimoni Bailey is scoring goals. Daniel Green is scoring. Sule McCullough is scoring. Josh Anglin is scoring. So they have an Alex Marshall is just coming into the mix. They have like a Nicholas Nelson coming off the bench who are scoring. All right, Parish Council, big up yourself, man. I'm not be anything there. No? You understand me? We think they are right, you know. We think they are Mount Pleasant. But I think the surprise so far of the season is the fall of Harborview. You know, Harborview are second from bottom. You know, they are on 12 points. You know, Humble Lion is at the foot of the table with 10. You understand me? Chapperton Maroons, they are in 8th position, one of the promoted teams. And Racing, the other promoted team, are in 11th with 15 points. But Mount Pleasant leads the standing. They have 37 points. And Arnett Garden is second with 34. All right? So, big up. So, remember, you can call in. We have passed the 30-minute mark. You can call in. Let me know your thoughts, right? So, let me tell you now. So, for those of you who don't know, this is your opinion. This is my opinion. And I'm going to give some stats to support my opinion. So, Ricardo Gardner. While people say that Ricardo Gardner is a Harborview kind of player, really. For Harborview, Ricardo Gardner played 10 games, right? I don't know if you know that. He played 10 games, scored 2 goals. And he played for Harborview, you know, in 1997 to 19, in terms of the senior team. All right. I don't know if he played like at under 14 and those things. That I don't know. I know he was at Wolmer's, but I know that he played for Harborview from 1997 to 1998, scored 2 goals, only played 10 games. All right. Big up Fabi Frano. Richard Green, blessings every time, man. Yeah, man. Wilbert Moore, up. All right. Yeah. So, bam. All right. Ricardo Gardner has played 111 games for Jamaica. And he has scored 9 goals for Jamaica. All right. I'm giving you the stats. Ricardo Gardner played 342 games for Bolton, scoring 20 goals. And then he played 4 games for Preston North End on loan in 2011. All right. So Ricardo Gardner, between the championship and the Premier League for Bolton, 342 games. Played, like I said, scored 20 goals. Now, people may say, like, Leon Bailey is at Aston Villa, bigger side, played in Europe. But I want you to know that what Ricardo, I want to see if a next Jamaican can play. Because remember, when Ricardo Gardner started his career at Bolton and they were in the Premier League, for many seasons, they were in the Premier League in like between, it's a 13th position to 9th position. Qualified for Europe actual ones. Played in cups, the FA Cup and all of those things. All right? So, I believe right now, the record shows that Ricardo Gardner, when you look at what he did for his national team and his club career, is the #1 product out of Jamaica in terms of football. And I'm talking male, we're not talking like Bunny Shaw. Let me say that again. Ricardo Gardner, who people probably forgot that he could have had a big move. But the medical affected it. To Chelsea, I believe, he was supposed to go. Right? So, if you have an argument as to why somebody else, Spurs, thank you, he was supposed to go to Spurs, yeah. And he also had an opportunity to go to Real Madrid. And again, medical. So if you have someone else that you believe is #1, then let me know who that person is. Because I can tell you, to play 342 games is not no boy accomplishment. And at the same time, playing 111 games for your country, going to a World Cup. And remember, he did this as a teenager. I think sometimes we think like Bibi went to England. We think Bibi went to England as a big man. This is a youngster who came into a World Cup campaign. The team qualified. He played some games in the World Cup and immediately goes to Bolton. Duckland, you're just joining the conversation. Duckland, we said that. Male. Why would I add Bunny Shaw if we are discussing male football? In Duckland, you tell me now. Why would we? Why would I mention Bunny? You should get in problem for this, because they're talking about male football. And then you come here and talk about why we don't talk about Bunny Shaw. Is Bunny, You better delete that. Duckland. Delete that. Parish Council, all you have to do is call in, Big up man like Bert. Bless up yourself. It's a Leon Bailey scored his first league goal in January. Overrated. Okay? Parish Council, call in. Call in and tell me what made Leon Bailey's move to England more difficult. I don't understand why you would say that. Ricardo Gardner left from Jamaica, boss. That's way more difficult than leaving from Europe to go to England. Yeah? Why they always do this? Freddie Butler and friends did their thing, putting U17 together. Now Vassarinas take over to break it at the vital point she made. Dead zone, where you get that from? Dead zone. Freddie Butler is the head coach for the U17. How you get Russell Reynolds take it out? Where that come from? Where that come from? I don't know about that. I spoke to Freddie Butler this morning and he's the head coach. And Vassler has been working with him from the earliest set of camps. They have been working together. So I don't know. I don't know unless you get some inside information like 40 minutes ago, because right before the show we spoke and that information is not out there. So unless in the last 40 minutes you got some information, my boss. But Ricardo Gardner played in the top flight since 18. Right? All right. What I like, you see, I have provided the information. Somebody is saying that. So you said that. Which year was Leon Bailey voted the Belgium Young Player of the Year? Which year was that? Which Bolton was in the championship? How long did Bolton see in the championship when Bibi went there? Rob Smith. Come on, man. Come on, Rob Smith. Rob Smith, that's why I want to call in, because it's one thing to type information, because when you type, we're going to have a lot of back and forth. All right? So, Rob Smith, which 2 years did Leon Bailey win, right? Belgian Young Player of the Year? Which year? So let me ask you guys, all right? So when you look at the leagues, right? Where is the so please tell me when. I want to know which 2 years Leon Bailey won the Belgian Young Player of the Year. Just give me the year. So, right? Give me the year. So, let me ask you this again. Is the Belgian league higher than the Premier League? No. Talk to me, because I don't see. All right. So let's check it out. All right. There we go, because we can't find everything. We all give people them due, I make sure say I know Wikipedia thing not tell me, you know. Make sure say I know Wikipedia thing not tell me, you know. You understand? Because them thing they no. We don't really work with them thing there, you know. So I'm saying that's why I'm saying Rob. He can be surpassed, you know. I'm not saying that Bibi can't be surpassed, right? Because this is not, if you ask me the skill set of the player, I would tell you that Leon Bailey, his skill set are superb if compared to Bibi. When you think about the years that the man stayed at the club, 342 games, and you match that up to his national career, 111 games. Let me say it again, because I don't think you listen. Listen what I'm saying. When you look at the fact that this player played 342 games for a team, plus 111 for his national team, when you put that together, that speaks of consistently playing at an elite level. You don't play so many games for a club and a country over so many years unless you're able to hold a certain standard over so many years. I am saying I am yet to see a player who has done that. Played in the World Cup as a teenager. A player who did not have the opportunity to go into Europe to adjust to European style. Went into Europe basically on his own. Into a setting. And people talk like the man was playing in championship in England. Like because Ricardo Gardner never played in the Premier League. Eh? Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of calling in? I don't understand. Let me wait. Let me wait. Let me just find these people. All right, so let me give you this, boss. So let me give you this. Ricardo Gardner, of the 300 and odd games that he played, 251 of those games were in the Premier League for Bolton. 14 years he played for Bolton. And 11 out of those 14 years were in the Premier League, boss. So I don't understand what you're telling me about. Right? In the Premier League. So he played in the Premier League. (1998) After the World Cup, that's when he went. 99, 2000. 2000 he got promoted. Right? So from 2001, in his first season, boss, the man played 31 games and scored 3 goals in the Premier League. Second season, played 32, scored 2 goals, boss. So in his first 63 games, he scored 5 goals in the Premier League. Playing at Bolton, boss, as a left back, boss. As a left back, boss. I am giving you real stats, boss. 2008, 2009, he played 29 games. 11 of those were substitute appearances. 4 goals. Playing as a left back, boss. So in 251 appearances in the Premier League, he has 10 goals and 11 assists, boss, as a left back. So when you add that to what? He has done for his country, and you put both things together, boss, I believe he stands as number 1. Leon Bailey still have time to surpass him, and many other players out there. Great player, Leon. Assist on the first World Cup goal for Jamaica, and very instrumental. Thank you, sir. The man was a Bolton player of the year 2005 to 2006 in the Premier League, sir. Man like Dwight, you know. This Dwight right here. All them man do a check out stats, you know. Them man can tell you, you know. Because I think your value at the club your value as a footballer, the value of a footballer must also be determined by what he does for his nation. All right? Yeah. All right. Big up man like person of the building. Big up yourself, Cygnus Media himself. Bibi made an EPL team of the season, compiled by a very popular pundit. Can't remember his name. Do you know? You see one of the things that, all right, you know what is funny with football? People don't realize that not being injured for a very long time must also be included in your career. You check Messi at his best, how often he was missing game, or Ronaldo and these guys. Because, let me say this to you, the ability to play and play consistently is also important, because that takes a certain discipline in terms of work ethic, lifestyle practices, you know, boss. All those things must be put into the mix, you know. Because to go, look at Salah. Let me tell you something that people don't respect about Salah. How often does Salah miss half a season or a quarter of a season? How often? Check his career. Check his career. Check Messi's career. You check. And these guys start and play almost every game for their clubs. Almost. So people sometimes discount a man's ability to play almost every single game, every single season without injury. That takes a high level of professionalism, the right work ethics, good eating practices, the best lifestyle attitude and practices as well. That's a key component. And that is not to take away from the talent of the players. Because I believe when you talk about talent, especially at the offensive end of the football, you see Ricardo Fuller and Leon Bailey are right up there. Very, very talented. But even Ricardo Fuller's career was hampered by injury. We know that. Ricardo Fuller would have been, I mean, you know, we can always talk about woulda, coulda, shoulda, and all of that. But Ricardo Fuller, man, that guy was a master. But always plagued by injury. So we really never saw the best of him for long enough. That zone Giselle, Mark, 45. Vassar Reynolds, stop spread propaganda. Vassar Reynolds is not the coach of the U17. Freddie Butler is the head coach of the U17. So stop spread. Don't spread no propaganda, man, on the U17 program. Not do that. Not do that dead zone. You don't have nothing to prove that dead zone. Oh, Ishmael says some players are half-finished product like Reece James. Listen, West Ham, they have parted company with their coach. So a new coach is on the block coming in at West Ham. Yeah, they're not doing so well. Segue into that. But yesterday as well, I thought I didn't watch the game, so you'd have to tell me. But 2-2, I am surprised. I didn't watch the game. I heard Manchester United fans saying that this is Bruno Fernandez's best game in a United jersey. They said Harry Maguire played well as well. You know, yeah. I don't know. I heard that, and this is what I heard, that there was a little tussle between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Darwin Núñez. I think they had to be parted by Virgil van Dijk in the locker room. So I don't know. Somebody would have to come and tell me. Yeah, but Nitro, what did Lindy Della Pena do for the national team? That's what we are saying now. Come remember, so we have put both things. When you put both things together, I didn't say who had the best club career. I say when you look at what they have done, the amount of games, I gave those things, Yeah. Manchester United should have won the game in stoppage time. How come? How come Manchester United? Because I heard that Xerxes was offside. If not Hurricane, Harry Maguire had scored, it would have been ruled offside. Well, that's what I hear Manchester United fans says. They said that he was the man of the match. He ran the show. I didn't watch the game, Drew. So I'd have to hear from some people who actually watched the game. I also heard that Trent was atrocious. So I don't know. I don't know if he caused the goal or not. I just wasn't able to watch that game. it means that Liverpool continues to lead the Premier League over Arsenal by 6 points, and Liverpool have a game in hand as well, right? Yeah. Okay. Man, you only know how to play against him. You know what I find with Trent? I think because of all that has been said about Trent Alexander-Arnold, if there's a mistake in defense and the Liverpool team, I feel like people always look like it's Trent's fault. Like, even if a man get around Trent, shouldn't somebody there be covering? Because anybody can be beaten, you know. Anybody can miss kick. Anybody can be out of position. But don't you always supposed to have a player covering you? So why we don't blame the player covering the man? Man said Trent, Juice said Trent. Trent was the man of the match for us. Preston, big up yourself, says Liverpool escaped the centre back, Mr. A sitter that should have been. Yeah. Bruno was magnificent yesterday, but Man U fans know that it wasn't his best game. Okay. So all Arsenal fans, so by all United fans, a drink. I think that is saying. Yeah. No, but my thing is though, all right, Liverpool time the game, or Manchester time the game, because Manchester time the game. My point though is that if he loses all his one-on-one duel, who is covering for him? Because why every time Liverpool drop points, it is Trent's fault. That right? And when they win, even when he has the best set players, it is Salah who scored the goal and he gets the praise. Why? And what is going on with Chelsea? What is going on with Chelsea? A few weeks ago, Chelsea fans were laughing at Arsenal and, playing up Chelsea like they were going to finish in this and finish in that and all of that stuff. All of a sudden, where's Chelsea? Where's Chelsea? There you go. I tell you, said this man know the football, This was the problem, and this is the problem. I believe that Trent don't get enough support on his side of the defense. So he gets blamed for everything down the right side. But do you understand that Salah don't track back to defend either on that side? Just check it out. Salah don't track back. Salah don't defend. Salah don't come back to help Trent. So Trent is normally left by himself. So the center back or the midfielder supposed to be over there helping the man. Where are they? Why aren't we looking at them? But we keep looking at Trent Alexander-Arnold like he's the worst defender to ever play in the Premier League. He's not. No, float management. Nothing is wrong with Arsenal. Nothing is wrong with Arsenal. Arsenal are second. 6 points behind Liverpool have, hold on, people. I don't want you worry with Arsenal, because, you know, the stats says it all, you know. So let me help you out. The stats says it all, you know. The stats says it all. Arsenal. Let's talk about Arsenal. Goals for 39. 39 goals Arsenal have scored. Liverpool has scored more than us. We and Chelsea has scored the same. And Tottenham has scored more than us. 39. Goal conceded. Arsenal has the best record in the Premier League right now. So I don't understand what is wrong. We are in second place. We have only lost 2 games. Liverpool has only lost 1. I don't know. And I could say that I think that penalty decision was a very poor decision. Almost missed this in a Miguel. Blessings and thank you every time for the super sticker, Miguel. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. My apologies. I should have brought this up longer. But thank you, Miguel, for the super sticker. People, please, 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 please. Please, please, please. People, hit the like button. We don't even have 50 likes yet on the video. Oh my Lord. What's going on, man? Let me see 50 likes. Thank you. Yeah, let's get 50 likes now. Remember, I'm going to, at the end of the show, I'm going to pin the link for the Reggae Boys game, under 17, right? And don't go away in the critical self, because altitude is an issue, and the team is playing against a team that is like under 19s, all right? Conrad Smith, big up yourself. Dwight, up, long time. Happy New Year to you, my brother. Hey, Gunners Boss, and 72 likes, 72 people watching. It was not a penalty, man. I don't know how the referee give that for a penalty against. Listen, let me tell you something. Arsenal has gotten some very bad decisions. The Trossard red card against City, the Saliba red card against Brighton. Oh, big up Gunners Boss, understand. Those 2 red cards cost Arsenal points. Do you realize that nobody gets card again for kicking away the ball or delaying it? Even yesterday, I think, was it Van Dijk was trying to take the free kick, and Rasmus Holland, same name, kick with the ball, no card. Michael Oliver, the same referee that gave Saliba Declan Rice red card, the same referee. Same referee. What is the point I'm making? Now that a couple of these decisions have gone against Arsenal, the rule is no longer there. Do you realize? The rule is no longer there. The Premier League have softly and smartly, like, softened their stance on the rule. Gunners Boss, I am saying to you that people kick away the ball now and they're not doing it. They have stopped carding people for it, really. Van Dijk yesterday wanted to take a quick free kick, and Holland kicked with the ball further than where even Glenn Rice kicked it, and he didn't get any card. Nitro, Manchester United not getting relegated, man. Manchester United, I'm going to tell you this. Manchester United finishing in the top 6. Believe me when management tell you that. Come on, people. Don't get any call yet. So call in, give your points, call on the WhatsApp line. Make your point. You understand me? Let your voices be heard. Don't worry, Peso. I know that if for any reason Liverpool don't win this league, I don't know how the Liverpool fan base will manage. Yeah, man. Listen, London Bridge gonna keep falling. You just watch. London Bridge still need a lot of work. So people are fooled by the run of games that Chelsea had and was doing well enough. So my point is, just look out. I still believe Manchester United, with this coach that they have, that I think is a very good coach, because they are going to make signings in the January window here. He's going to bring in players. And look at, where's Arsenal? What? Which Chelsea boss asks where is Chelsea boss? What do you mean, where is Arsenal? Chelsea boss, if you look up, you'll see Arsenal. Look up. Look up. You see Arsenal? Thank you. Thank you, Chelsea boss. All you have to do if you want to see Arsenal, Chelsea is look up. It's quite simple. City finishing in front of you, Chelsea. I hope you know that. Chelsea are not finishing in front of City. Look up. We started tall. No worries, boss. Hey, still enough. When you look up, you see titles. Boss, look up at the table right now. You see titles? Boss, Chelsea. Chelsea. What are you talking about? Leave Chelsea alone. We are young and experienced, boss. Arsenal young. Arsenal young. You think Arsenal is an old team? Arsenal young. A lot of young teams. Brand young. A lot of young teams in the league. No, at no point did I say, no, Ernest, not me. Other people were saying that they were going to get 5 and 10. I don't know. I am 4 points. Yeah, I'm 4 points ahead of Chelsea. Chelsea can't talk to me right now, man. Liverpool can't talk to me. Not Chelsea. Chelsea can't talk to me, man. I'm 4 points ahead of Chelsea. Yeah. Big up yourself before the game. Absolutely. All right, so people, remember the Jamaica game starts. So I'm going to pin a link for you. But you know what? We need to get some more. We need to get some more likes on the video, If we don't get, like, hold on, Gunners Ball, so much likes we have, because a big link me I share now. I'm making go watch a Jamaica game, We have 58. So we have 77 people. We want 22 more likes. If we get it to 70 likes, as soon as we get to 70 likes, we drop the pin for the Jamaica game. Listen, and I'm 10 to people. Listen, and we're not making any excuse. So what Chelsea have to show? All Chelsea have to show is how much money them spending. All Chelsea has to show is the amount of money them spend. When you think about the fact that I was without Martin Odegaard, I played a game, more than one game. I played a game where Declan Rice got a red when he should not have. when Leon just Trossard got a red, he should not have. Saliba. That penalty yesterday was not a penalty. And I'm still in second place, boss. Still third in terms of the amount of goal that I've scored. Still. No, it won't be on the JFF Live chorus. Still, people, still the best defensive record in the league. I'm out with one of my most influential player. Bukayo Saka. Still top half of the Champions League group in the semi-final of the league. What you talking about? What you talking about? So careful how on a sizing up Arsenal. Big up to Liverpool. All I'm saying that, given where Liverpool is at, it's very important that they win the league. Because like all Demo, like all person like Bert and them, man, them good enough because them reason with balance. Like all Demo need to, I know him going to really take a sabbatical if Liverpool don't win this league. All Peso, I don't want to see Peso on now stream if Liverpool don't win this. I'm telling you. So we'll say no turning back. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports, Scholar.
Yes, afternoon, man.
Good afternoon, sir. You're live on here.
Yes, sir. You made a man. You made a statement just now that is not totally correct.
Which one?
In the game against Manchester United versus Liverpool.
Yes.
Yes. You said that after the Arsenal game, they haven't given away any card for kicking away the ball.
No. They have not given. Yes, they have other persons.
And it is not correct. After Martinez scored the goal.
No, man. No. Hold on. I'm going to let you.
I'm telling you.
No, man.
Ahmad got a yellow card for getting away during the celebration. That's what I'm saying to you. Yes, Rasmus, he didn't kick the ball away. He touched it and it rolled away. It was like a cheeky little thing. Apparently, the referee didn't see that. But Manchester United got a yellow card for kicking the ball away. Ahmad during the celebration.
Okay, so Ahmad got a yellow card. But you know what?
Yes.
Rasmus did is what happened with Declan Rice. When Declan Rice.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
yellow card. All right. Thanks for the correction.
Yeah, man, no problem, man.
Yeah. I'm glad that you corrected that. So you're saying Ahmad got a yellow card in the goal celebration?
Yes, because
for kicking the ball
during
away?
the celebration, he kicked the ball in the crowd.
Oh, no, man, that's different, man. That's different. That's not delaying the restart. That's not delaying the restart, though.
No. Man, don't say no, but the whole argument is about kicking the ball away.
No, man, the argument is about delaying the restart. Kicking the ball away to delay the restart. He wasn't delaying the restart.
Yeah, but in this case, well, you could make the argument that because after you score a goal, you're supposed to set replay and start over. But I would think that you would not get a card in this instance because it's not like it's a case where you're celebrating, and that's not a celebration. But he did receive a card for it, and I was wondering why. And the commentator indicated why. I guess they got information through the earpiece saying why he got the yellow card.
Okay, so you believe that your team, Manchester United, can finish in the top 6 still?
Top 6, no. It's an interesting situation because if the team is not performing at this level week in week out, then no. But if they can go ahead and do that, then nothing is impossible. But I'm not betting on that. My thing is, I just want them to perform, continue putting the performance. Because if had they lost the game yesterday, I would not have felt bad because the team performed well. But sometimes a team will perform well and don't win. But like last year when we had this fixture, we basically part the bus. We weren't competing. We part the bus to prevent a rut. And this time around, we actually competed, which I was very proud of them. And had they lost the game, I would not have felt too bad, knowing that you're playing against the best team in Europe. The best team in Europe beat the defending champions. They're leading the Champions League table as well as they're leading the EPL table. So they are the best team in Europe at the moment. And for you to play them like this, will be actually competing. It says a lot, and it says that the team can perform better. So it's up to the team to actually perform. And I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with the system. The legend keeps complaining about the three at the back, but it's the same three at the back compete with the best team in Europe in terms of defending and attacking, and they did reasonably well. So, but I think probably top 10, but not top 6.
I believe, let me tell you why I think it is a possibility. Because the fact that this coach could come in and make Harrigan Maguire look better than he did under the former coach, where you thought like they were going to get rid of him. It just shows that he has, in a short time, improved the team and the players. Or maybe the players were not playing for the other coach. I don't know. But with that being said, I believe if they can add a younger CDM to help like Kobe Mano and a goal scorer, either somebody to come off the wings and score or somebody right. I think because the gap in terms of points is not far.
Yeah, that is true. I don't say no. But for me, there are a lot of there are a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of if this happened, then that happened, and whatever. That's why I say I don't see at the moment, based on how the parameters are, I don't see a top 6. It's not impossible, but it's a lot of if. Because even Manu over the years, I get to recognize Manu is not a team that their forward does well, because Manu is a team that plays on the wing. The wingers, they like to come in. They like to come in and shoot, and so there's not a lot of service being provided to the center forward, and that continues. But under this system kind of suits a striker. But one striker seems to be hot and cold. Well, anything is possible still. So there's a lot to go, and if they're able to sell players, then they'll be able to get in players, and then you can see how well the team performs. But it's a whole lot of ifs.
Yeah, cause I mean, is it hard to make up 12 points in the league?
I mean, everyone is fighting and everyone is adding to their squad. So it's not just, because that's the next thing you have to take into consideration. So it's not just okay, Man U is going to add to their team. Other teams are adding to their squad. Like, for example, Nottingham Forest is flying high at the moment. A lot of persons are surprised at how well they're performing.
But here's the problem I have with those, because I believe Manchester United, teams like Manchester United, have the capacity for more addition and greater rotation. If you watch Nottingham Forest, just need like 2 injuries, because they have been using almost the same starting 11 for every single game. And what happens sometimes with teams like those, when they take out 2 pieces out of their team, like it's just like they go from like 10 to 0. Same thing with a Bournemouth. You just take out 2 of the critical pieces. I think teams like Manchester and the Liverpool, the Arsenal, the Chelseas, those teams many times can still grind out results when they have 1 or 2 pieces missing. I think with like the Bournemouth and those teams and the Fulhams, once they begin to lose 1 or 2 pieces, they struggle a whole lot. but maybe
agree.
it's too wide a gap. But I don't put it past them because I like this coach. I don't put, and I've seen already. Manchester is not my team, and I'm an Arsenal man, but I've seen already
No, I
more
know.
structure to how they play.
Yeah, and I I respect the coach from the perspective that he says something that I think is very profound. A lot of the legends are making the argument to say that Man U is not used to playing with three at the back, and the coach needs to be flexible because the players that he has are not reflective of his system, so on and so forth, and to revert to a four at the back. But the man is saying, look, I have an idea, and this idea is what I'm working on. This idea is what I know. And yes, while it is important to be flexible, at the end of the day, the reality is that Man, you have been playing with a particular. I've been playing a particular way for several years, and they've not been successful in the long term. Yes, we've won a few trophies here and there, but ultimately we come back to the same situation. And he's saying, well, not in exact words, but he's saying that I would rather to fail using my
Yeah,
system rather than change the system and then you'll fire me to play in a system that that's not my idea. You brought me. You guys were complaining about Ten Hag not having a system, and when no, I'm playing my system, you don't want to see that. And I think this game against Liverpool is, I don't want to say a vindication, but this is a very good. This gives credence to what it is, to the argument that it's not necessarily about systems. It's more so about the players and their attitude. And is the same set of players play against arguably the best team in Europe at the moment. Remember, Liverpool beat the defending champions in Real Madrid. Liverpool is leading the Champions League table. Liverpool is leading the EPL table. So if you can use that same system and compete with them toe to toe, it means then therefore, at least from where I stand, that yes, they had the opportunity to win the game as well as we had the opportunity to win the game in the last minute, but we matched them stride for stride.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say that Man is gonna come tomorrow and win the league. No, but I think
Yeah.
this is something that we can build on.
I think it's true because when I look at it, I think it's good because I believe City is going to be in the top four and Newcastle. So I have Liverpool, Arsenal, City, and Newcastle, right? So the struggle Manchester United is going to have is how do they get past Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, and Chelsea. Those are the teams I think they're going to have to. I tell people like I feel like City is going to go on one of those runs again. Like they are not going to lose any more games. They're going to draw or win, but they're not losing any more games for the rest of the season, right? So
It's very possible.
yeah, and so I don't know where that is going to take them. So I feel like that is where the struggle is now with Manchester United. But 5 teams go to Champions League next season. So how many go to the Europe? So they may still get a European spot.
Yeah, if we manage to win Europa League, then chances are we may very well go in the Champions League. So that's a possibility right there. But I
Okay.
just think we need to. I wouldn't mind if we kind of drop out of some of the cups them and try to focus on the league because we won the last two cups. So I think we just try to focus and try use those time to get some more practice in because as a coach keeps saying, he does not have enough time with the players and such. I think if we get more time to practice, as opposed to having two games a week and that kind of thing, that will kind of help us to stabilize and start seeing improved sustained performances for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah, very good.
Interesting
Very good thought. Very good thought. You understand me? You don't sound like the Manchester United fans like Duckland, who don't who don't have no sense, you know. You sound like you have some sense, you
I try to watch the game and deduce from the game and see how my team can improve and such. Okay, I give thanks.
Yeah, man. All right. Thanks for the call. Blessings every time. All the
Yeah,
best for
man. Enjoy
2025.
the rest of the day.
Yeah, man.
Likewise. Mhm.
All right. There you go. All right, people. So you see, I've pinned the link for the game. I've kept my word. You understand me? I've kept my word. I've pinned the link so you can watch the game. Data says, sure, I am sure sports. I don't agree with you saying Man City is not going to lose any more game for the season. I believe that they could go on that run. They could, but I feel like they could go on one of those run where they probably they will still drop points, but not lose. But we will see. We will see. You understand me? It is not impossible, but the probabilities of it happening are probably very, very low. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yes, if Chris Wood gets injured, the Forest will struggle. Duckland, the one and only. All right. So, people, I did tell you I won't keep the show long. I did tell you that I was going to give you a break. I promised myself that I'm going to respect and value your time so you can respect and value my time. You understand me? We're going to do that. We have a lot of big stuff coming up for this year. One of the things that we're doing is that Coach Minzy and I, we have a partnership in some stuff that we're doing for your purposes. So you'll be seeing that possibly this weekend or maybe next weekend. But look out for it. A big, 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 big thing. Coach's desk, I am sure sports that is coming up. You understand me? Really big, big thing. And you understand me? That we're working on and putting together. You'll get more on it during the week. But it could be this weekend. If not this weekend, certainly next weekend. But it has been indeed a great pleasure, great joy. The link is pinned, right? So make sure you get the link so you can you can tune in to the game. What you saying? MLS, boss. One thing with MLS, like what I want to know is what are the parameters for measuring? Is it quality of play? Is it marketability? Is it the amount of money that is available? Is it the players in terms of their status worldwide and viewership? Because are you telling me that in terms of quality of play, the MLS is above the championship from top to bottom? You are telling me that the quality of MLS, the football of MLS, the quality of it is higher than championship? I don't believe so. I think when we look at these things, like what are the things that Optima uses to determine that? I think if you take the top 10 teams in MLS and mash them up against the top 10 teams in the championship teams will come out with more victories than the MLS teams. I think it's a higher quality because of the standard of play and quality. However, I think when it comes on to marketing and financial resources and maybe even attendance and those things, sponsorships and those things, I think MLS is leaps and bounds above many leagues across the world. Yeah, I always question that. Me, before the game, I question that. I question what make. I do not believe that EPL is the best league in the world. I don't believe that. I don't. I still believe that La Liga is ahead of EPL. I believe that La Liga is ahead of EPL, top to bottom. So whatever they're using, I think some of the things that they use to measure these things, it has to do with what is viewed most, what is more marketable, what is more a more financially stable model, all of those things. And so very little of the evaluation is based on the quality of the football. That's what I believe. But I don't think EPL, you watch La Liga games, man, and the quality of play, man. May I tell you, man, tremendous thing you watch, man. I don't think that. So I put La Liga right up there. Yeah. See, somebody saying that they're rank. Yeah, because I think a lot of this have to do with money nitro. Because what I think happens is that those teams, like the teams that are most like Real Madrid, the value of Real Madrid as club and Barcelona as club, is huge, probably compared to other teams. Better what I believe. So let me tell you why I believe that. To me, La Liga is better. In other words, the fact that Spain has dominated world football, male, female, youth, Europe, says that the players there overall are better than the players elsewhere. All right? So when I look at the EPL, this is one of my reasons. When I look at the EPL, when you take the English team, you don't see the same success with the English team. The English teams, I'm talking about the national teams. When you look at the quality of play in Spain, you can see the impact of the quality of play in the league on the Spain national teams. Because they win everything. They win everything. So I think the quality of play, the technical, tactical abilities. You also look at the number of Spanish coaches in the EPL compared to English coaches in the La Liga. Look at the amount of Spanish players in the EPL compared to the amount of English players in La Liga. However, when it comes on to TV and marketing and sales and those things, you have to give it to the EPL. But when I think about the technical, the tactical, the coaching, the impact on national teams, I see La Liga. Because if your league is top for so many years and you're not able, that is not impacting the performance of your national teams, something is wrong. It means then the play in your league is dependent on factors outside of your nationals. And that's important to me. But again, that's my opinion based on my observation. Yeah. All right. Joe, did I answer your question? Yeah, but Nitro, if we are saying, you know, all right, do we believe that it is better coaches are able to produce better football? Because if we believe so, and we are saying that the better coaches are the Spanish coaches, then it is also fair to assume that the Spanish league is producing the better play. Because remember what you said, only 2 English coaches are coaching in the Premier League. Watch this. You know how many Spanish coaches? Well, let me give you this. I'm going to run it. I'm going to run right after this. People, you hit the like button yet? Let me get this one. Let's find out how many Spanish coaches in the Premier League. There are 5 Spanish coaches and 4 Portuguese head coaches currently in the Premier League to the UK 3. Right? 5. That's who now. Let's see if we can get them. Unai Emery, that's 1, right? Mikel Arteta, that's 2. Pep, that's 3. Who is the 4th one? The 4th one is that Bournemouth manager. Yeah, because he's a Spanish coach. And I think the one that was fired by the Fulham coach. The Fulham coach is Spanish as well. And the West Ham, right? The West Ham coach, but the West Ham coach was just fired. So yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So people, anybody check out the link yet to see if it's working? You check out the link yet for the game? Check out the link, you know. No, man. You have the West Ham coach who just got fired. You have the Bournemouth coach. That's 2. You have Pep, you have Mikel, and you have Unai Emery. Those are the 5. Don't it? Those are the 5, yeah. And only 2 English, Sean Dice and Kieran McKenna. Yeah. All right. So people, go watch the game, support the young reggae boys, see how they perform, and then we'll talk about it tomorrow. Before you leave, remember to hit the like button, share and subscribe. I am Manins Man. This has been I Am Sure Sports. Again, the word for today is consistency. You understand me? Yeah. All right. Anyhow, as well. Consistency. You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. That's the quote for today. Big up to every single one of you. You understand me? Every fan, Liverpool, Manchester City, United fans, Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans. You understand me? Bless up. Stay good, live good, be good, and good will follow you. I am Management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, when it gets to the end of the show, we say we're over and we are out of here.